Hey there, crafty friends. It's Sharon Luska here from My Crafty Greetings, and we are here for a very special occasion. It is Catherine Kelly, our founder of Team Tiny's 1,000 subscriber hop. That's her hunky husband, by the way. We are here to have an absolute ton of fun today, and there is a broad number of prizes from all these wonderful sponsors. All the details will be down below in the drop-down box for how you will be able to win. But basically the deal is comment, and definitely subscribe. Subscribe to me, subscribe to my co-hoppers, and very, very much so, subscribe to Catherine Kelly because this is her hop and we want to celebrate. Our inspiration today is Catherine Kelly's wild and wonderful ways in her craft room, and I have chosen to case some cards that she did using alcohol inks on metallic cardstock. Now, I had said to her that I thought maybe I might try that using my technique of Vaseline as a resist before using the alcohol inks. So I've applied Vaseline to my little butterfly here. You don't want to use too much, just about the same amount as you would use if you were using Versamark. Now, I had also come up with the idea that you can use a blending tool instead of my handy dandy little foam applicator here, but the foam applicator, it's nice that I'm not getting everything all greasy. Oh boy, my voice sounds like I was raised in a roadside bar, and that's a Catherine Kelly expression, and every time I use one of those today, you're gonna get a ding. First off, there's no rules in paper crafting, and you'll notice I have quite a healthy snack here at the side of my desk, and I want to say, cheers my friend, this drink and this snack is for you. That's Catherine Kelly having a cookie, and that is one of her delicious cinnamon buns. I was being a little sneaky, and I asked her son Matthew to help me out and see if her husband would make one of those famous egg sandwiches that she usually has at the side of her desk. She always has the most delicious snacks, but if you listen to her video and you hear her saying about some egg surprise, that's what it's about. So here we go with the alcohol ink. I even went out and bought one of those new puffers that came out because Catherine had one and it looked totally awesomely cool. So I also went out and bought myself a couple bottles of those alcohol pearl inks. I had to get them. They're like a party in a bottle. Am I right? So I put down my alcohol ink and got going. I started putting a lot of those alcohol pearls on because, well, more is more. Am I right? And I thought I was doing a pretty good job until I started blending things around, and this is where things went off the rails. It all just went kind of gloopy gloppy. Now that's a technical term there. It was just plain weird. And my inner lazy genetics were not going to let me give up on it. So I threw some more alcohol pearls on it and decided to set it aside and just let it dry. I moved on to my next project, the one that had the butterflies on it, and added a whole pile of colors and realized that I was going to go a little bit lighter handed on the alcohol pearls with this one. I think they're a great product and I need a little bit more time to practice with them before I really understand how it is that they work. So I'm just going to send that idea off into the universe and tell you for a few minutes about my friend Catherine Kelly. We met many moons ago, actually 8 months to be specific, and I had been contacting her through her channel to tell her how much I admired her work and also to tell her that I was really looking for opportunities to be able to build my channel. She was well over 100 and something, and I was still stuck down at 62 and a little stressed about it, if I might add. So I sent her a text or sent her a comment and whined a little bit about my angst, saying how much I'd really like to join a hop. And lo and behold, she said, I think I'm organizing Team Tiny. Would you be interested in joining? Heck yeah! Would there be any question about that? So the team was beginning to be put together, and Catherine and her brilliant idea gave birth to Team Tiny, where many of us small channels were able to, what did they call that? Break our teeth? Not break our teeth. Cut our teeth and start to gain our numbers. Now, a few of us made our start over on the encouragement hop with Courtney Krieber, Mary Polenko, and Jen Bina of Scrap Bina Creations, and those girls did something absolutely fantastic, and that was encouraging us all to go ahead and start a channel. But where do you go from there? You got your channel started, you got your entire 26 subscribers, and you just need a little bit more than that. And When somebody decides that they're going to take some action and do something, that is an incredible thing. So here's where we cue Catherine Kelly. She comes in and she starts Team Tiny. And what a brilliant idea it was. A hashtag driven hop for channels under 1,000 where we don't have any commercials, and what a joy. But now we're starting to all grow and it's absolutely wonderful. Okay, this is the reveal. Now I'm going to rub off the resist part and take away everything that didn't stick because of the Vaseline. And even this piece that went terribly awry ended up turning out okay. This is where I totally started geeking out though. I rubbed away the butterflies and they are super shimmery, glittery, out of this world. I love them. So I'm going to continue rubbing away and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Catherine Kelly. She is beloved all over the place. Anne Corbieri Scott has decided, in celebration of Catherine Kelly's milestone, she's going to let everybody have a free digi download called MamaWilktastic. And that's Catherine Kelly's alter ego handle. So if you go to her website and you put in Apple 2020, that is going to get you that digi for free right up until July 4th, 2020. And I bet you bucks Catherine's going to be making a video with that same digi. Anyways, I decided to go ahead here and make another background, something not with Vaseline, because I'd already kind of tucked my tail after the last misadventure with the navy blue one. So I'm going to add a little bit of the white mixative in here just for a little bit of a different style. And I'm going to finish up by rubbing off and revealing my absolute favorite project of the day. I think this turned out so totally cool. And I was really excited because I'm going to be donating my cards today to Cards for Kids. And I think that Catherine is recognized for her generosity in our industry and all the kindness and love that she spreads around. So I've got my Wow embossing powders here and a little bit of VersaFine, and I'm going to emboss my greetings because she does her greetings en masse and tends to do a lot of cards all at once, because that's how you get a good donation together. And that's our Catherine. She doesn't do anything halfway. She really does so much for us over at Team Tiny, and I respect her in the most enormous way, as do her peers and the manufacturers in this industry. She is one of those people that very quietly spreads her love and kindness everywhere. She is so supportive and will take time for just about anybody, whatever it is that you need. If you just need a kind word, or you're having one of those emergencies and you need some good advice or a listening ear, she's just there. The biggest lesson I've learned from Catherine is letting people know that they matter. And you know, if it's the only act that you focus on this year, is letting people know that they're important, that you value them, they're special, and you care about them. If we could all do that, what a wonderful world we would live in. So these are my Tonic dies, and they are worthy of being lifelong stash members. These ones especially are the perfectly shaped hearts, and they cut like butter. And speaking of my other lifelong stash member items, is my Hugs die from Pink and Main. It cuts like butter also and has such a cool layering element. And plus, the thing that I like about this neon pink, if your paper's not totally covering your die, you're going to see it sticking out and be able to correct it. And that saved me a lot of really awesome paper over the years. Never mind, I get all gooey when I see die cuts, especially where die cuts just fall out of the paper like that. Now, I didn't have the same embossing folder that Catherine had for her gorgeous cards here, so I had crumpled up my background paper, and it's not quite exactly the same, but hopefully I'm dazzling them with my beautiful embellishments and my bright colors. I went a little nuts with those sequins that I have, and Trinity Stamps has probably got one of the most delicious selections, and of course, I didn't have any of my mixes from Trinity. But I made do with what I got, and then I proceeded to go nuts, applying foam tape like a drunken sailor. Now, I don't have those cool images for the kiddos like Catherine has from her great companies that she uses, Avery Elle, Trinity Stamps, Poppy Stamps, and Newton's Nook, as well as Tonic Studios and Pink and Main, the fabulous Wow Embossing Powders, because those are all the companies that have donated today and all the prizes that you can win. Don't forget to check out that drop-down box below to see what's required of you again for winning, as well as the list of all those juicy, wonderful prizes. And the other thing you need to remember in my title, because this is a Team Tiny hashtag hop, you're going to click that hashtag that says Team Tiny Catherine Kelly 1K, and that's going to take you to the list of all of our participants today who are going to show Catherine a little bit of love. And I'm going to make a little request here too. There's one more person that I'd like you to go to maybe next after my channel. If you haven't already been, can you go to Marla Harris's channel? She is so close to her 1,000 milestone. She just needs a few more subscribers. Go do your good deed for the day. Be my hero. Hit that subscribe button. I want to see her hit 1,000. So I'm getting all of these glued in place here. And I had decided that I like the idea of having a multicultural selection of mermaids. So I did this one up to look like my mom's best friend, Tilly. If you're watching, hey Tilly. She's from Botswana and she is absolutely gorgeous. And I thought this mermaid looked like her. I did a so proud of you sentiment that I pulled out of my stash for the bottoms of these mermaids, thinking that the kids that are going to be getting these cards, that's exactly the right kind of sentiment that they would want to see. And I think maybe the right kind of sentiments that the people that are giving these cards are going to want to have, and gave them a little bit of stick on my card. The other thing too I wanted to mention is my sequins there. I don't know who had given Catherine the recommendation to do it, but I filled all the cups of my sequins with glossy accents. Actually, I think it was Cassie Trask who told Catherine to do that. And Cassie is actually one of Catherine's very good friends here on YouTube. So she is also on the hop today. I went ahead and flicked some of my alcohol inks on these cards because there's no rules in paper crafting. You go ahead and you do you do what you want to do. And for me, I tend to be like a little mad scientist in the craft room. Heck, I think Catherine's our other mad scientist in the craft room. She likes to push out the boat and do as many cool and different things as she possibly can do as well. And those are probably the videos that I get the most excited about when I'm watching her stuff. So these little guys here I glued on, and I have 0 sentiment for them. And I contacted Catherine, and she has a totally awesome sentiment from Newton's Nook, which she's gonna add once I'm done getting this card assembled. Boy, oh boy, when I watch these videos, sometimes I look like I'm going so slow, and this is double speed if you can believe it. To get my little turtle on here, and I've got him all set up, or her all set up. And again, here's another tonic dye that I used for these particular backgrounds, and threw a whole bunch more sequins on there to make them all juicy good. I want to say hi to Miranda from Multiplicity Crafts, and thank you for joining me. Wow, hops are a lot of work. I can't believe all the time you put into these. These are my last cards, the butterflies. I just die cut them with a circle and put a little scalloped edge around them. That's me for today. Congratulations, Catherine Kelly, 1,000 subscribers. Well, she's way past that now. Woo! And think about giving cards, 2 cards for kids. As Renee says, give cards generously. And that's me out. Please subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and thank you for joining Team Tiny and loving all of us. Bye.